What's up? What's up? So again, this is episode number 3 of backtesting sessions. So again, where we left off, we're up almost 4% and some change. So one loss, 2 winners, and 1 break even. So this went to GP later on, but so far, so good. So let's just go ahead and start. Let's go to the chart and start the backtesting session. So again, we're just gonna go just like last time we did. So phase of price, key level, cracking correlation, entry. So these are like the 4 steps that we're gonna go ahead and cover. So again, last time we lifted off somewhere in here, I guess. So probably a deck handle. I think we did, yeah, that's the trade we took last time, I guess. This is the last trade we took last time. This was Friday. Yep. So yeah, so far so good. Let me just go ahead and start fresh. So again, what do? We trade a 10 a.m. candle, 10 a.m. candle, 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. Yeah, that's really it. So let me just go ahead and go to, where is it? Here, New York session. So that we can go to Monday, 10 a.m. Perfect. So till now, I don't know where are the news. So let me just try and go ahead and like find where the news are. For drawings, functions, and settings. Oh my god, these are the news. Alright, so just found news. So how can I filter them? United States, just the future, just high impact news. And now that's good, that's great. So this is the 22nd February, so tomorrow. So yeah, we got news at 10 a.m. Wednesday also at 10 a.m. So perfect. So let's just go ahead and start how we do it always. We go to the daily. So the daily, what do we have? Do we have some sort of SMT? Yes, we do. So we have this cracking correlation, which really caused price to trade into the lows. We got another key level, which is here. And what do we have on ES? Price is like really far away from that level. So like this is that same low, but what do we have just above it? This internal range. So by the time probably NQ takes out that low, ES is gonna trade into the gap, and probably YM is gonna take out this level, maybe. So yeah, so far so good. This candle supports expansion. Look at the wick, look at the wick, look at the wick. But the daily has already expanded, so this is something like you guys really have to pay attention to. And there's no driver coming in, so yeah, let's just pay attention. Go to the 4-hour. What do we have? Do we have any cracks in correlation? Yes, we do. We have this first cracking correlation, but price formed a gap. So what do we have? This is the high. This is Friday. We formed this change in state. This is the current daily range. The new invalidation level is probably this gap if price wants to continue lower. Ideally, we just want price to trade into the gap and then continue lower, to then trade into that gap or to trade into that external on NQ. So what I would ideally be framing a short off of this gap. And again, if we get a buy, that's also good, because if we really check the range, like we're really down into the range. But I don't want to go against the daily, because the daily supports expansion lower. So this is the daily open most likely. So this is the daily open, 1800. We got a gap. So yeah, that's really it. That's the only cracking correlation we have. We got this PSP, but it's not a 2-stage PSP, so this is just a PSP. So yeah, for now, again, what do I want to see? This high to act as the reversal level, and hopefully we'll have some sort of cracking correlation. So let's just go to hourly. What do we got? Get this manipulation. So if you really check on the hourly, there's nothing really to cause price to reverse other than this high or this gap. Like if price wants to continue higher, we'll probably have to form a new low, and then this high would be kind of that first target to then continue higher. But other than that, there's nothing really here that would cause price to reverse other than this high. So if we're framing shorts, this is the area to be looking for shorts from. And yep, so far so good. 30-minute. Let me see if we have some sort of cracks in correlation. We don't. Yeah, we really don't. We only got this SMT, which still shows that NQ is weaker compared to the other assets on the triad. M15, Yeah, same. We don't have anything. So let me just go ahead and skip another 30-minute candle. Wow. Wow. If this was a PSP, then probably could have traded that. But what do we got? We got the SMT break. We'll get the SMT break. Not really. The SMT is still holding. Nice. It's not holding. So what do we got? We got this SMT break that would trigger the lagging asset, which is ES, and YM to trade lower. And since ES is the mid asset, so this is what you really want to do, what you really want to see. So here's a lesson, guys. Something I wanna mention right here. Sorry. So this is leading asset. This is the mid asset. This is the lagging asset. So like both of them are lagging asset, but this is the mid asset. So what do we want to see? Since NQ traded into that level, ES and YM still have not. So what do we want to see? If we want to see that SMT break, so now we have that SMT. So just as now we got that SMT and then the SMT break caused the reversal, this is what I'm anticipating again. If we want to see the reversal, I want to see ES trade into that low, and that will cause that SMT break, because for now we get the SMT. ES would break the SMT, while YM probably would not take out a low to then continue higher if price wants to continue higher. So now I'm going to trade the idea that NQ might fail to manipulate this level and wait for ES to come to that draw and then continue higher. So this is like my whole idea for now. So what I'm going to be framing, shorts into this low with the anticipation that NQ will fail to manipulate. So if we go to the lower time frame, M3, let me see what we got. So this is really beautiful. We got that V-shaped signature. So what I want to see, price trade into the gap, give me that intercandle changing state while NQ just ranges. So that way you will have time to trigger that same low. Let me go with another 3-minute candle. What do we got right there? We haven't gotten the closure, but we got like an SMT right there. Let me see the M5, what they got on M5. So let me see the M15 too. Let me see what's going on M15. If we have any, yeah, we get the PSP. We only have this PSP, so there's nothing really more. Yeah, so we just got this PSP right there. They just say PSP, no cracks and correlation. Yep. So let me just go back to the M3. So we'll have to go with another candle because we haven't gotten the closure yet. Hopefully we'll trade above this level. Let me see. We got this strength switch SMG. So again, traded higher, while this one traded lower, and then traded lower, and then we confirmed the change in state. I don't like how price is forming. It doesn't look good. It's like more of a range bound market. I don't know why the recording stopped, but anyways, let's just continue. So what do we got? We got that closure. We got the 2-stage, but the problem is like we haven't really traded into the gap, have we? It's not like a really deep retracement, so I might just wait. What time is it? 36. Let me go to 30 minutes, see what's going on right there. So this is the C2 closure. But again, remember, this is the 4-hour. So we're kind of framing shorts off of the high of the 6 a.m. We don't have... So this one is like expanding higher. This one is expanding lower. This one is a lagging asset. So it's a bit tricky right there. We broke the SMT. But like these two assets are respecting the SMT. So they're still respecting the SMT. And since I'm trading counter the previous 4-hour candle, so you know what? I might just wait for that hourly candle to close. I might just wait for this to close the C2. Because again, we don't have any cracks in correlation. Like if you really check that high, we haven't traded above it. Same for that low. So we don't have any sort of cracks in correlation. Like the only thing probably by the candle, this candle closes, we'll have this one as PSP, and then we'll trade the two-stage cracks in correlation. Like other than that, we don't have any cracking correlation for now, so I'm gonna just go ahead and wait. 3 minute. This was a PSP, but again, like it would be better if YM takes out the high. Like if YM takes out the high, while ES still holds that SMT. So now the first stage is the PSP, and now the 2 stages confirmed by the SMT. So let's just go ahead and wait. And probably by that time, YM is gonna take out the high, while this high is going to get taken out. So let's just wait and see. I think this high is going to get taken out. If it expands lower, that's good. So we still got 20 minutes for the candle to close, so just wait. Oh, now it's looking good. Now it's looking good. We have traded above the level. So now if price wants to reverse, it will do it right now. Like if price wants to reverse, we'll also wick above this high. Yeah, if we get a closure, I'm going in. So now we got the PSP. Now the second stage PSP. So let's just see. If this was a true reversal, so now price should be reversing. But the only thing I don't like is the fact that NQ is expanding lower, which it shouldn't be. It should be just ranging, so that way ES can get to that low. So just wait and see. Oh wow. Let me see the 3-minute. So what do we got? So we still got the SMT holding this lower SMT. We got another SMT printed right there. So we got this SMT holding. This one is bearish. This one is bullish. So it seems like price is forming a two-stage to the upside. We got the SMT. So you could either use these two levels, and now this PSP closes. So you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and wait for 15 more minutes to go. So we still got 10 minutes. Hopefully we don't. Oh, we got that change in state. Oh my god. Let me see. 10:51. This one started to also break lower. So still got the SMT holding. 3-minute. But like the problem is also NQ was probably gonna trade into this level right here. There's nothing really for NQ to expand to. Let me go right there. So if we really traded below this level, I think it should be no trade for me. Because there's nothing really for NQ to expand into. Just go ahead and use. Yeah, we did expand it to that level already. So this might be the trigger for the reversal, maybe. M5. It actually shows reversal sequence, but 15-minute. We don't have any cracks in correlation. 30-minute. We got the PSP. This one still supports expansion. You know what? I'm just gonna wait for the hourly candle to close. Yeah, because the candle doesn't have a lot of time to expand, so it's still got like 6 minutes. So let me just go ahead and wait. The only thing that would put me off is the fact that once we form DSMT, price should just reverse from here. Like it really expanded higher and then came all the way down. Like we got the V shape. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. And also NQ is expanding lower. So I'll just go ahead and just wait for the next 6 minutes. So we still got like 2 candles to expand. We still got 2 candles for the hourly candle to close. If price closes somewhere in here, then we'll try to figure out a way to get in. Price reverses, then yeah, then that's a trade for me. Because also the 4-hour, we're trading against the previous 4-hour candle. And what did I tell you guys? If I want to trade against the previous 4-hour candle, I require an hourly closure. So now now it's looking good. Look at that. We traded above a high, and this is a PSP. So now this is the 2-stage cracking correlation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for this 10 a.m. candle to close, and then I'll try to get in on within the 11 a.m. So I got another candle to close. Okay. So now where's my invalidation level? This gap. Looking on M5. This gap. All right. So yeah, what do I want to see? Just straight into the gap, giving that intercandle changing state. I don't want to go aggressive right there. Why? Because NQ traded into the row. So now I want to see the failure to manipulate. So I don't want to position myself here after a draw has been just hit. I want to see the failure to manipulate first, and then I want to get in, okay? Because if you really guys check, if you go to that same level that I marked out earlier, I don't know what it is. It's this level. Let's go ahead and put that right here. Like this is a spaced out swing. First the chart, you guys will see that we did trade into it. So I want to see a failure to manipulate or price to range a little bit. So this gap should hold again. So I'll just go ahead and wait for the next 10 minutes. That's good. That's looking good. That's looking actually good. EPSP. So give me another 5-minute closure. We did not get it. 3-minute. We did not get it. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Let me see. Yeah, so we just broke the SMT again for one more time. So again, we just broke the SMT. So now it's just not looking good. If it was a true reversal, price wouldn't be retracing all the way up there. Yeah, exactly. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. Let me clear that up because it's getting messy right there. And Q is looking good actually to kind of trade back into the lows. That was a PSP. Yeah, that was a good short actually. Let me see. Was it a good short or not? Was there a way to get in? Yeah, probably here. and trade it back into the lows. Let me see if the low is gonna hit. Yeah, that was a good short. That was actually a good short. But due to the fact that it's so low in the leg, like it wasn't really good. Like if you guys really check on the 30-minute, this was the PSP confirmed by the SMT. So you could trade this candle aligned with the 4-hour candle into this draw. And you could have taken this one. But like also the RR was a little bit not the best. So probably I could have waited for a retest. Damn. So yeah, that was a good trade, but I was too focused on ES. So yeah, I think this trade this day is like a no trade day. Let me see if price expands lower. Wow, it reversed. Oh, look at that. 1400 confirms the higher candle. You can just trade at M5. All right, this was a bit of a tricky day. So we wanted to take shorts on ES, but like we managed to not take an L. If we look on hourly, let's see what was the trigger. So this high was the trigger for the SMT. So again, let's just skip to the next day. Let's go to the next day. Let's see what's there. Like I don't wanna just take trades based off like experience or based off what I feel like. I just want to keep it 100% mechanical, so that way all the people that are watching can know like why I did not get in, or just like, because some of the backtesting session you'll see just like, oh, I feel this trade is gonna play out, I feel this. So some people might not have the same experience, some people might not see what I see, some people. So that's why I just want to keep it 100% systematic. That way we all can benefit from this backtesting session. So again, looking at Tuesday, price supports expansion again due to the fact that this wick is small. What do we got? Two-stage cracking correlation. Like for the London traders, this could have been a really beautiful trade. Close bullish, second stage. Let me see what was there. Wow, what time was it? 1 a.m. Yeah, it was really good. Also like this 8 a.m. and then you trade a 9 a.m. candle. Wow. Let me see what was there. What happened right there? Yeah, this trade to this low is good. Also like the highs, but most of the people do not trade long in session, including me. So yeah, I think most likely this day is not also gonna be a trading day, guys. Like price heavily expanded. We got the ES into internal. Yeah, we kind of inverse that gap. Yeah, like these two gaps got inversed. Haven't been inversed yet because the candle haven't closed yet. But let's just see. So daily is expanding lower. 4 hour to 6 a.m. So this C2, C3, C4. So now if we're trading another candle to the downside, that's like a C5. So you gotta keep that in mind. We got like relative equal lows right there. Now let's just go to hourly really quickly. So we got news now, right? Yeah, we got news now. So probably gotta go to M15. Like when prices are heavily expanding, yeah, just gotta go to M15. So what do we got right now? BSP, BSP, BSP. Most likely 100% we're gonna form an SMT, like an SMT fail, because look what YM, where YM is at. Look at how close NQ and ES to the high, and we got a draw just below. So I would probably trade the SMT fail with a two-stage cracking correlation. So that would be a trade for me today. That looks good. So the M15 printed an SMT. We have a gap. I don't like how this one is looking. Keep a little bit blue. That's good. So yeah, PSP trade into draw. Draw is still open on NQ. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and go to 3 minute. And we did not get that SMT break. M1, yeah, we did not get that SMT break. We did not get that SMT fail, so maybe I'll just wait for another 15-minute candle. Wow. Okay. So let me wait for like a 15 candle. So what do we got? We got an SMT right there. 30 minute. It's gonna reverse. Yeah, I knew it's gonna reverse right now. I honestly, let me look at the 4 hour. So what do we got? We got this SMG right there, 3 minutes. We don't have any PSPs or cracks in correlation or consecutive SMT. YM actually looks better due to the fact that I kind of respected this gap, the new invalidation level. But like ES traded into a draw of liquidity. Looks like got another draw open. Let me look at an M15, try to find like the two-stage crack. We don't have one. Looking at an hourly. Bullish, bearish. Yeah, so I only got the SMG so far. and the 30-minute candle closure. So let me see what we got. Let me see. Ideally, what I want to see ES takes out the high and then closes below. So let's just wait and see. We'll take it 3-minute by 3-minute. Oh wow. We got the closure and NQ. Let me see which one is the weakest. Yeah, NQ looks the weakest. I haven't really traded into that high. Yeah, that same high. It was already traded into. Almost by ES and then... No, the weakest is YM. This one is the strongest. This one is... Okay. I don't like this opposing candle. Ideally, I want to see a sweep. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Look at YM. Look at YM. It's really close to the high. It's really close to the high. So I might form that 2-stage. And we did not. Another 3-minute candle. So I think I'm going to take NQ right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to take NQ right there. And I'm just going to take this. We're going to take it to the draw. You know what? We're going to secure position at 2R and then leave the restaurant. So like the whole idea is this. Maybe we have a cracking collision on M15. No, we don't. Nope, we don't. So the whole idea is we traded above a high. We formed a C2 aligned with the 4-hour candle, with the previous 4-hour candle. We still have a draw open. So now, and there's nothing really holding price here to reverse off of. So I'm just going to take that idea. We got a sweep. We got a new phase of price. Let me see the closure. I don't like the closure, by the way. All right, it's all right. It's fine. So yeah, let me just go ahead and try to take this one. Let's see if it's going to be an L or not. So again, it's going to be market. I don't need... So just going to put it right there and then close position like manually when it gets to 2R. So let's see if it's going to manage to get to 2R. Okay, now I'm going to move stops to break even. All right. Wow. Holy. Oh my God. What is that? What is that, bro? What just happened, man? Holy. What just happened, bro? Dang. That was like 2R? Let me check, bro. Damn. That was like really unfortunate. Damn, bro. At that low. Oh my God. Just barely made it to 2R and then reversed. Crazy shit. That's really insane. That's like really unfortunate. This is kind of that first level into the EQ. Let me see if price is going to continue lower or not. Yeah, price just reversed. Wow. That's really unfortunate. Anyway, so we back. Let me see on ES. So if we really took this trade, let me look on the M5, see what was there. So we got this gap. So again, we're going to use the new invalidation level as the gap, as the entry, like the retest. They want to take it to 2R. We haven't even made it to 2R. Like NQ was made it to 2R. Made it to 2R. Wow. So yeah, it happens. Break even. Another unfortunate trade. So yeah, just gonna go 3-minute. Again, there's nothing really here we can trade right now. So that was later in the day. So another break even. Just gonna go to the next New York session. That looks good. That looks as a potential good day. I think we'll have some sort of SMT. Yeah, we do. That's good. We're probably gonna fill this wick. Probably gonna trade back into the previous daily low. The range price, like the daily candle haven't really expanded yet. Like comparing it to this range and that range, and we still got another red folder. So, not journal. No, not journal. News. We got Wednesday. So Wednesday at 10 a.m. We got news again today. Wait, let me check if it's 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. Okay, perfect. So we go to the 4-hour. Perfect. Is this like some sort of... Wow, that looks good actually. Do we have any PSPs? No. We just have the SMT, the gap holding. We just trade it into a level. What do we want to see? A failure to manipulate for ES or YM to get to that same low. So again, you can either trade NQ into that draw, but like the highest probability trade is trading ES or YM to this level. But I would ideally trade ES because it kind of like traded above a high, also swept that high. It is a failure swing to that high, but still. And like the SMT. Wait. This is the SMT. Yeah, that's the only SMT we got. Yeah, that's the only SMT we got. No, we got also this one. Okay, we got both. Like you could either use this one or that one. Okay, so like ideally you want to see NQ fails to manipulate and then ES iterate to that same low to catch up to that low and to catch up to that same low. So manipulate range high, then range low, because we have been just inside barring inside of that candle. So that's like range high. Again, accumulation, manipulation, and the distribution to the lows. So not only to that low, but I would also be open to take it to this level right there. Okay. Looking at the hourly, C2, perfect. PSP, perfect. So what do I want to see? What do I want to see? Let me look at the 30 minute. 30 minute. We just formed the C2, by the way. We just formed the C2. And again, there is no cracks in correlation here. We only have one, which is the PSP. So this one closed bearish, this one closed bullish. And yeah, this is the C2 continuation. So again, if we get that change in state intra-candle, so this is the new invalidation level, trading away from the high of day. And does the high of day has any cracks in correlation? Perfect. So the high of day was formed off of an SMT and also a PSP. Look at that, it closed bullish, and that same candle closed bearish. And we also have consecutive SMT between the high and the high and the high. So look at that. We got first crack, so the PSP confirms the SMT. PSP confirms the SMT, and then price just expanded. So again, for the people that trade the 6 a.m. candle, this is a really clean trade into that draw or into the EQ of the range, or with the anticipation that this might be the high day, and then you can take it to the current low of day. So again, these are like two things that you do right now. So again, we're trading off of the new invalidation level, a gap. We just formed a C2. So I'm just gonna go ahead and directly go to oh my god, that's so ugly. That is so ugly. Yeah, PI is so bad on lower time frame. Like honestly, it's better to kind of like form a new swing after taking out the highs. Let me just see if price is gonna expand directly. Yeah, because like it's just so bad. I'm probably gonna go to M15, be a little bit aggressive with that trade. So just gonna wait for another M15. Okay, we got the strength switch. We got another strength switch. So now I think if this is the true reversal, so what do we got? We got a PSP and then the SMT. So again, the PSP confirms the SMT. What do we want to trade? So again, we're inside of a gap or within a gap. Price is within a gap. Ideally, what do I want to trade is the manipulation of that high and then trade the C2. Or you can wait for the C3 to close. Or we can wait for the C2 to close and then trade the C3. But now the candle doesn't support expansion, price is just trading higher. For the people that might think, oh, we formed a C2. Okay, so let me put something clear, okay? We're trading into a low. We formed the C2, and again, this low is a 10 a.m. and it was formed off of a C2 candle and the key level and the SMT, and probably will have some sort of cracks in correlation on the lower time frames. 30 minute. Not really. Yeah, we do. So look at that. The 930 candle closed bearish while on YM it closed bullish. So again, this is the PSP confirmed by the SMT. Since this wick doesn't support expansion, so we will not trade the C2 candle. We will have to wait for that C2 to close and then trade the C3. But currently this is the high of day, and now you're anticipating that we're gonna trade into the high of day. Maybe if YM fails to manipulate, then that would show that NQ and ES will catch up to that same high. But as long as YM haven't done so, I'm not really going to trade into the high of day. Because again, it was formed off of a two-stage cracking correlation, and we have the hourly change in state aligned with that daily overall expansion. So, and we just got like this new invalidation, which is the gap. So if price just rips higher, that's all right. But yeah, just due to the narrative, this SMT, because this SMT did its job, probably this SMT is just going to be that retracement SMT back into the AQ of the range, which price is just around that region. If you go to M15, there's nothing really for price to reverse off of other than this high. So if you want to take shorts, this is the ideal place to do so. But if you want to take longs, you would probably have to wait for a new swing or wait for a failure to manipulate on Dow Jones. So yeah, that's like my whole idea with it. So I'll just go ahead and wait for like I'll be more biased towards shorts. Some people want to take buys. Yeah, but I just wouldn't do that. What time is it? Let me look for an entry. That's good. So what do we got? We got another SMT right there. So now I want that C2 closure. If I don't get it, that's good. I will just like miss on a when I trade, which is right there. We get the changing state. That's another intercandle changing state that you could have traded right there with the retest. You could have taken 2R somewhere in here, but again, I'm just not gonna do that. I'll just be more biased towards shorts. And I think price is gonna go ahead and take the high out. I think price is gonna go ahead and do so. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. So yeah, like based off NQ, I just didn't like the fact that we got this high of day. Again, it was framed off of the previous daily high, like SMT with the previous daily high. Like on YM, it was a bit better. If we wanted to take this one, this was the PSP, this was the SMT, this was the PSP, and then confirmed by the SMT. Probably could have traded this C3 on YM, but again, the price action was like so rangy. So yeah, you could have taken this one with stops at the bodies and then try to expand for highs, or since by the time this candle 1055 YM was already here, so you could have anticipated the failure to manipulate and taken that one. But yeah, I just didn't like the idea, but it was another good trade, another good lesson. So that's why I just try to keep it super systematic. Some people would take this one, and yeah, but like overall, sometimes you just have to miss trades if you feel like, or you think that you're probably gonna go against the daily, because the daily open is here. We kind of opened low high, but then again we took out the range high, so now we kind of expanded, so we still got another draw open, which is these lows. So that's why I didn't want to take shorts. So yeah, that's another trade. Yeah, 2 stages crack, expansion, clean. Good job for everybody that saw this one. Really good. 4 hour. So just go ahead and go to the next New York session. So the recording is at 24 minutes already. Wow, 24 minutes, and the recording stopped a bit earlier, so that's like 30 minutes. So we still got like 2 days to go. Probably I'll do more because we only took one trade, which was a break-even trade. Yeah, I just want to end the session with some valuable lessons. So the daily, we just traded above a high. Yeah. So again, like now there's no bias for me other than shorts. Like I'm just gonna keep sticking to that short bias. 4 hour. Confirmed probably the high of day with like this changing state, even though like this candle is not the bulkiest, but still. What do we have right there? We got this SMT at the highs, but again, it doesn't really matter. Looking at the hourly, we got a C2 closure off of a high. I'm already aligned with the previous 4-hour candle. So again, what am I going to do? I'm just probably going to take this one directly. And what do we have? The 2-stage cracking correlation. Look at this high and the high. Look at this high, that high. So yeah, for now, the assets are decoupled. YM was expanding the downside while NQ is expanding the low to the upside. So I think it's time for them to resync. Looking at M5, there's nothing really here. M3, hopefully we form a gap and then trade it into the gap to continue lower. Wow, there was nothing really to get in here. On the M1, yeah, also, like if you waited for the 10 a.m., like this is the only candle that you could have probably caught this trade. With the anticipation that, okay, the 10 a.m. is just going to respect the high, which doesn't really make sense. So I just wait for a new swing to form and then trade the continuation lower. Let me see if there was anything on NQ, on YM. Not really, same. So yeah. Let me go and be a little bit aggressive with the M15. Do another M15, that's good. It's not a, we got the 2-stage SMG. Yeah, nothing really. 30-minute M15. Alright, come on, give me a new. There's nothing really here that I can trade other than the probably yes. Yes, looks clean. I think we go ahead and do a market execution right there with like this gap and take it to the lows. So again, I'm just gonna be a little bit aggressive with YM right there. With ES right there. We only got this SMG lower. 3-minute. Yeah. That's like an SMT fail. Okay, so I'm just trading an SMT fail, the continuation lower. Yeah, so we already missed the new changing state due to the fact that I wanted a new swing. So the M15 already confirmed the new swing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do sell market save. You know what? I'm just gonna put my stop a little bit lower, and then my TP a little bit higher. All right, so let's see how this trade plays out. All right, perfect. So again, the whole process for that trade, because I like to trade the SMT fail, but I already traded like this is the C3 and this is the C4. So now I'm trading a C5. That's why I didn't want to get in on the first candle. But like on here, that's good because now you're trading within a C2, but the candle doesn't really support expansion. It does in a way, but still, I don't like how we formed. So I had to wait for like a new swing to form on M15. So now this is an ideal swing formation. So the C2 confirmed the high and also CISD lower, and the 30-minute is forming that SMT fail. Again, there's only one stage crack and correlation, which is the SMT fail, but still, it's still looking good. The M15 formed a new swing. I didn't want to go like on M1, so I just took it to the M3. We got the CISD, so I would see this as the level, not this wick. I wouldn't see this as the level. I would see this. So this is kind of the new propulsion block, a new invalidation level. So again, we're anticipating the next 15-minute candle to open high somewhere in here and then continue lower. So that was like the whole process for that trade. So yeah, again, when price is just expanding, you can just wait for like an M15 swing or a 30-minute SMT fail. If you wanted to trade the candle, you could have taken this one. For me, I would prefer to take this one. Why? Because we traded into a gap, and now this is a C2. And since it's a C2, so now we're just getting in on the new phase of expansion. While if you get in here, that's like a C5, so you might still get swept. If you wanted to take it in Q, I think there was no way for you to get in. Yeah, the 30-minute, like you could have taken this one, but yeah, the RR would be a little bit bad. Or you might have to kind of just try to take key limit or just put it at the body. I'm not really comfortable with putting my stop at the body unless there's a gap, which would act as a new invalidation level. So in that case, once we formed the gap, you could have taken this trade with the bodies, but again, price never trades back into that high. Or you could have managed to get like to secure a 2R out of it. Since we formed a gap, this is the new invalidation level, which is this body, or you can put it at this body. So now you'll have to kind of manage to get a 2R out of it, either by just asking a little bit much from the market. Let me see. Price expands lower. Or you miss it and just take ES just like I did. So yeah, that was like the whole process for that trade. So Thursday, we got a winner. So already like we missed a lot of trades. We took a break even and we missed the trade. So yep, let me go. Let me see what's going on right there. Maybe we'll just continue over. Yeah, now like the whole narrative is like really clear. I'm probably gonna take out all these levels right there. Yeah, that was like a really clean day. Like if really, oh my god, if I held that trade, that's like 9R, crazy. Again, we already got 2R, so I'm just trying to like keep it systematic. I don't want to use like if and else statements. Get out of 2R. That's it. Like you don't really know if the daily is gonna expand all the way there. So yeah, just gonna go to the next day. Another beautiful swing formation for the 2 p.m. candle. Then you could trade it into the lows, but I don't trade the 2 p.m. candle. So let me see if there was a trade for the people that are trading. Yep, there was this one, but we'll need some sort of cracking correlation here to be able to get in, to be able to take this trade, because I don't like how this OB formed. There's none, because this one haven't been formed off of anything, like really. I don't see this as a propulsion block. Let me see on YM. That same high is right there. Yeah, I would have missed it anyways. So just go to Friday. Again, let's go to Friday. So again, that shows like, look, 29, like it's almost 3K. So now you could have passed an account with like just being so patient, taking the same type of trades. You don't have to kind of second guess yourself or just think about what you should do or what you should not. Again, it's just like so systematic. 3 grand, almost 3 grand within like 3 weeks. And like it's so not easy, but like how many shares we've taken so far? Like 5 or 6. You don't have to stress yourself a lot. Just have a proper risk management, proper strategy, proper plan, and you're gonna do it. It's not as hard as it seems. Like at the beginning, yeah, it's hard, but then it's just when it starts to click, it will click really good. So far, we got a 2-stage crack and correlation. What do we got? The PSP and the SMT. So again, Which one came first? The SMT. So now the PSP confirmed the SMT. Okay. YM haven't really expanded into that draw. So again, the daily candle is looking really good. That's the daily. So keep that in mind. What do we got? A C2 closure off of a gap, which is the new invalidation level. And YM is expanding lower. So again, that's something you'll tend to see is like the 6 a.m. due to the fact that we have 9:30 within it. So sometimes you'll see YM expanding higher while NQ is expanding lower or vice versa. And that's just like a decoupled market. But probably this is the trigger. Because again, look at that. We got the two-stage PSP. Two-stage cracking correlation. PSP, PSP, and the SMT. So again, with the SMT, high of day, not the high of day, we traded into like probably the EQ of this range. So we rebalanced the range, we traded above a high, within a gap, two-stage crack, looking at hourly. We got a C2 formation. There's nothing really here that would hold price from going to the downside. So yeah, what do? We go to M5 directly. What do we need to see? Open high, low close. Open high, give me a closure. Good, perfect, 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 perfect. I don't know why the recording keeps pausing. I have to figure out the reason why. So again, if we really go to an M3, that looks good, that looks good. So again, trade into a draw. And like the new range is like from this high to low. Whoa. The only bad thing is like we already traded into the EQ of this range. Like ideally you want to be up in the range, but again, it's still not that bad. Oh, wait. Wait, let me see. Okay, so ideally, oh my god, like this is a sweep level and this is low. So ideally I want to be involved before ES takes out the low. And also YM. Why did YM take out a low? It did already. That's interesting. That's a new detail just has been added to the book. So what we can do right now, I'll probably just look for the retest, which stops probably at the body, and try to look for 2R. But like the minute ES is gonna take out a low, yeah, I'm just gonna move stops to break even. Even if price is just like all the way here, I'm just gonna move stops to break even, or just cut it what it is. So, but I'm not sure if price is gonna retrace or not. Probably just gonna be out by this level. Okay, just put it right there. So I'm just go ahead and place an order. But again, this one is gotta be a little bit cautious because like just look how close it is to draw. And if I see price reacting to that level, then I'll probably move stops to break even too. Okay, we're triggered. That's good. ES haven't really traded into that low yet. We formed a gap, which is good. Let me see on ES if I wanted to take this one because we formed a gap, so you can put the stop at the bodies. The RR is a little bit bad. YM, which is the leading asset to the downside, is expanding. Let me see if it's gonna start ranging. Okay, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Let's just wait. Alright, we traded into that level. We're gonna give it one more candle. I'm gonna give it one more candle to kind of hit the draw, and then I'll move stops to break even. You haven't hit the draw yet, so I'm just gonna be holding for a little bit more. Alright, that's good. That is looking good, but damn, this one hit the draw already. Should I just close? M15. Do we have? Yeah. 3 minutes. You know what? I think it's just gonna move stops to break even. Yeah. Like at the same time, I don't want to guilt the trade, and at the same time, yeah, this expansion looks good, but I don't trust that probably gonna continue lower because there's nothing really here. Like this level, we already traded into it. Like probably the other thing that price is gonna trade into like this level if he managed to do so. But I don't think so. I don't think it will. Maybe it will, but like let's see. Let's just see. If we're gonna take a break even or price is gonna probably as expensive to that low, and Q will find the balls to go to that same level. Okay. I think we're gonna get taken out of break even. Yeah, that was obvious. Alright. So another break even. So just scale the trade right there. What we're gonna do is wait for a new swing to form. The hourly is looking good. Like this forms the low of the 10 a.m. The axle looks good. You know what? Let me just skip like 2 M5 candles. 1, 2. Okay. So what do we got? Does this show the failure to manipulate? We formed a new swing. We have a 2-stage PSP. Okay. We're gonna switch bias here, boys, because we're also aligned with the daily candle. It's bullish. If you guys have really look, daily candle is bullish. We have a shallow wick to the downside. We go to hourly. We go to M5. Do we have a change in state? We do. What do we need to see? An up and low. We need to form a new order block. I think price is just gonna expand higher. M15. Let me see what's going on with the M15. Yeah, we did actually trade off this OB. But like, it's just so tiny. The range is so tiny. Yeah, I'll just wait. Okay, that's good. Perfect. Like, even better. Okay, give me that M5, M3 closure right there. Perfect. I think I'm gonna take ES. ES just like give me like a better opportunity to get in. This one really, like, ES really expanded, so I'm just gonna go with the fact that probably gonna form a gap right there. But like the 2R is like a bit far away. That's the only issue. So you're gonna go ahead and like go with 2R. But like same management risk. The minute NQ is gonna take out that high, what we're gonna do on ES, just gonna close the trade. Place order. Let me try to find a way to kind of maximize RR a little bit. M5. You know what? Just gonna go with this one. Place order. Place order. Save. So let's just see. Again, the minute NQ takes out the high, then I'll have to manage the trade. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay, stops at break even. Stops at break even, guys. Beautiful. No. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Like that's so fucking insane. Come on, bro. Like the amount of break evens I took today are just so insane, bro. Come on, man. I got a gap. We're trading into that gap. Like price wanted to react off of this gap. Wow, that's crazy. Don't tell me price is gonna expand higher now. Nah, it did not, but crazy, man. We had to wait for this gap to form. We had to wait for all this retracement because price haven't really traded into the gap. So I was like, into the high. So I was like, let me just wait. But there was really no way for me to get in right there. Other than like probably the M1 try to force a new invalidation level, which should have been like somewhere in here. Like that probably could have managed to get me to R. Wow, like I've been so unlucky within like these backtesting session. All right. Yeah, like the whole idea of this one is just like aligned with the daily candle, the two-stage cracking correlation, a high right there to kind of target, and now we just formed a new swing. So yeah, and again, it is a PSP, so with like the SMT right there. So that's two-stage cracking correlation. That's why probably price is gonna expand lower. Yeah. So yeah, that was like a backtesting session for the reg. Let me see the analytics. Let me see how many shares we took so far. So been down and then up and up and up. That's good. So we take a win, a break even, win, break even. No, win, break even. Oh, what does that mean? Does that mean the break even? You know what? Let me just go. So here are the stats. February, could have finished it with, so 2R, 4R, almost 6R. So it's like a really good, it's a good month. Not the best. Again, we could have done a lot better, a lot better. So wait, what date was it when we're trading right now? What date was it? So let me just go ahead and start the session. How can I start the session? Okay, so yeah, I think from next session we're gonna start March. So yeah, we're just gonna go from there. That was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, see you guys. Take care. Bye bye.